What up, world? So I saw Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit. It stars Chris Pine, Kevin Costner, Keira Knightley, and Kenneth Branagh. Um, I usually ramble on the cast, but I mean that's really everybody that's in this movie. It's also directed by Kenneth Branagh. Off the top of my head, man, he directed Thor. I didn't look up his filmography. I'm not really hip to what all he did. Um, and Chris Pine plays Jack Ryan. Um, the same Jack Ryan played by Alec Baldwin, Harrison Ford, and Ben Affleck in the past. And he's a character from Tom Clancy, who passed away last year, and it was kind of like his bread and butter of cinema. Cause I mean, this is the fifth Jack Ryan movie, but it's sort of like a Casino Royale Jack Ryan, you know? Cause in Casino Royale, James Bond didn't have his 00 status. Well, this movie starts on 9/11, and Jack Ryan is at school in London, somewhere in Europe. If I'm not mistaken, man, I need to brush up on at least Clear and Present Danger and Patriot Games, but I'm pretty sure in The Hunt for Red October that they said that Jack Ryan was a Marine. Well, in present day Jack Ryan world, it was 9/11 that inspired him to become a Marine, and he has an accident during rehab. That's where he meets Keira Knightley. Um, and that's also where he meets Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner recruits him to become CIA, and they kind of throw him undercover in a certain job, basically to catch red flags that could lead to terrorism. He does so. He has to travel to where Kenneth Branagh character is. Kenneth Branagh is the villain, and I mean it goes on from there. Um, I mean, I like the story. I I mean, I thought it was cool to basically see the origin of Jack Ryan, the beginning of, you know what I'm saying, how these other movies came to be, where they, you know what I'm saying, how the shit started and whatnot. Um, I liked I liked I liked Kevin Costner's character as like kind of a mentor, you know what I mean, a voice in the ear of Jack Ryan, of Chris Pine. And they were kind of like Chris Pine, like in this movie, reminded me of a young Kevin Costner. Um, Keira Knightley plays, like I said, his rehab doctor, and when in during the flash forwards, you know what I'm saying, when the movie skips ahead in time, they're together, and Keira Knightley is like naturally British, if I'm not mistaken. She was forcing an American accent as hard as you could possibly force an American accent, and it was that plus her body language, just the way that she portrayed this character was annoying as fuck. And that's not to really say that she brought the movie down, but yeah, the scenes with her in it, I was ready to move on. And then Kenneth Branagh a as a villain, I mean, he was okay. I mean, it's strange, yet it's kind of cool that the director of the movie played the villain. Um, but while he played the villain, I mean, he was kind of boring. I've read that he's played like all different types of nationalities. I mean, I've never met a real Russian person, so as far as I know, man, his Russian was cool. You think this is game, Jack? I mean, that's my Russian. I can't act Russian. I have no training in Russian dialect. Um, but yeah, like the story, I like the story. Like I said, I like the origin. And there was a part toward the end where you see Jack Ryan, like it's like he's putting a fucking 100-piece puzzle together. It's like boom, 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 and just to see him connect all the dots as to unveiling like the big, I mean, the big end, I guess action scene, I guess the big end sequence, and where they had to go to prevent that shit. I mean, that was cool. I like that shit. Like I said before, there were two characters that could have been recast. I mean, if I was Kenneth Branagh, I would have focused on directing and not acting and directing, and I would have cast a different lead love interest. Because I think that Keira Knightley plays the character that ends up being Jack Ryan's wife. Um, so like overall, I like this movie. So with that being said, man, I would say that Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit is dope. I think that it's dope enough to to lead into a series so we can get a sequel, so we can get more sequels, with Chris Pine as Jack Ryan. But it was originally supposed to come out Christmas 2013, and bumping it to January 2014 doesn't really bode well for a sequel. I guess we'll have to see how it does with the box office. Because like the way Chris Pine kind of portrays him like sarcastic, witty, really similar to how he does Captain Kirk in the Star Trek series. But I mean, like, it just depends on the audience, I guess. I think that Kevin Costner's character is rumored to be in a movie with Tom Hardy called Without Remorse. And I want to see that too. Maybe it could be Chris Pine and Tom Hardy partnering up, and it'll be way better than This Means War, which isn't as half as bad as motherfuckers say it is. So what did you think of Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, for one, and for two, who, not including Chris Pine, is your favorite past Jack Ryan? Alec Baldwin, Harrison Ford, Ben Affleck. Even though I think I know who y'all gonna say. I've been saying this shit for a minute and a half. Fabulous Soul-Tay 3 review is coming. I think I'm gonna do my movie talk video pretty soon for January. Maybe Ride Along review, maybe not. And raps. As always, motherfucker. I'm always spitting. Peace.